So I'm about to share one of the most pivotal moments in the realization of my wildest dream. By the way, I'm Michael Ravenwood, and I throw real lightning bolts to empower people to enjoy their evolution. So at one point in my journey, I was lucky enough to be hired to play an aquatic superhero in an underarm deodorant commercial. No joke. That really happened. I had this rubber prosthetic mask on with this thing like drooping in front of my face, and it was just hard to eat. It looked disgusting to those people who were sharing the dining table with me at lunch. And what's more, they didn't think out the costume very well, and I had to actually cut it open to go use the restroom. The worst part was that I had these like webbed rubbery hands, and I had to use chopsticks. Anyway, you can't make this stuff up. So anyway, it was worth a significant amount of money though, because it was like an international distribution and whatever, so I was very stoked. Putting up with an awkward costume was no problem. And once everything was done and the check was in the mail, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do all these practical things. I'm gonna have my truck looked at, I'm gonna have my teeth looked at, all these things I've kind of been putting off. And then a friend calls me up and tells me that Paramount Pictures has this gig that we could only do if we had a high voltage suit that cost exactly the amount of money that I had just made. Now, coincidences like this only happen a certain number of times in your life. You can always feel that they're kind of a gateway to another whole future. So part of the reason I'm telling this story is because I want to encourage everyone to really grasp those moments, to hold on and never let go. Because I eventually figured out how to get the money for those practical things. What was important was that, in that moment of truth, when I had to lay down nearly everything that I had to make that dream come alive, I made it happen. And simple acts of faith like that are often the linchpins to a whole new future. Now I'll share more about how exactly to decide whether that moment of truth is truly something worth investing in later videos. For right now, I'm just telling this story to encourage people to keep an eye out for those moments, those acts of faith that you can do that can change your whole future. If you look at some of the other videos on this channel, you'll see that that one decision I made took me to a brilliant and beautiful future. So, if you found this video amusing or inspiring in any way, put faith in the comments. If you put faith in the comments, I'll know that you got the message.